Good morning on the 25th of September. The sunflower seeds are probably mature. I don't want to pick them too early. I know those seeds will be very small because it took longer for them to grow. These seeds should be a nice, decent size. And I'll be roasting a lot of them for sure, but some I'll leave for the birds for the winter food. Oh, and over here, just look at this. Bush is smelling sweet, and it's just covered in bees. The bees apparently love this. I don't know if you can see the bees. It's just blooming like crazy. Those bees. It's just a beautiful morning in September, late September. We're still having beautiful weather, and a lot of Septembers things have froze by now. So this is nice considering it's so late and we haven't had near frost at all. We've had some cooler nights down in the 40s. After it rained, it felt really chilly, but it never did get close to freezing. Probably about in the 40s. Higher end of the 40s. But the fish are all looking good. The UV light is unplugged. There's not as much sun this time of the year, and the marsh marigold is blooming again. That is papyrus. I'm debating I might take a little plant in. It's made little shoots where the heads fall in the water, then make baby plants. I'll show you what I mean. Right here is a baby plant. Look at that. That is a clone because the head fell in the water. You can see that right there. And look at how beautiful that is. I'll probably bring that one in and keep it. They grow so fast you don't need to bring a big clump in. And up to the top pond. Still no sun at almost 9:30, close to 10 probably in the morning. Not here because the sun is moving away into the Tropic of Capricorn, so the sun's over there. It just hasn't made it over the house because in the summer the sun is literally in a circle around the north, but now the circle is bigger and it's way lower on the horizon. I don't know, I like to study the sun. The sun moves and the earth stands still, so says the Bible. And that's what I believe. And that's what I see with my own two eyes. But that's another controversial story. Look at the fish are all doing good. That big blue and white, black and white, whatever you want to call them. He had a big owie and I was kind of worried. There was like a big chunk on this side that looked bad, and that was gone like literally within 2 weeks. He healed up. I don't know if he got injured or what, but there's no sign of itching or scratching. And I have had this over the years of having koi since 1991. I've had fish outside. And I've seen injuries, right? And it does happen. One time I had a big log fall in the tree from a tree overhead, and you know, they can fall on. I don't see him being injured from that, but they were all crammed into there when they were breeding. Sometimes they can get injured with breeding. Who knows? I wasn't there, but the owie's gone, healed up. The fish all look amazing. I don't think this records underwater. I don't know what happened there. I tried to stick it, the top half in the water. I shouldn't do that. The last phone died horribly quick. And the battery would never recharge, even a new battery. I probably burnt out the connections putting the top half in the water. But I did get some beautiful footage. And there's that little baby indigo, the blue and whitey black one. And there's my other baby, the one with the white, the black, and the orange koi. I got him this spring. Look at how good he's doing. Fat little thing. They're all doing good. They all look good. The water looks good because there's less sun directly beating on the pond. We did have some lilies. There's 5 bulbs over there coming. Hopefully they'll still bloom. Hopefully there won't be any frost anytime soon. And you can see that other clematis, how beautiful it is. But then I'm hanging some laundry. I'll show you this. So yeah, I've taken a lot of the stuff down because winter can come quick. But I wanted to show you these shorts. I bought them literally in the late 80s when I was in my teens. They're made in the USA. I just loved them. They say they're vintage, Hollywood. The jean store. It's old, I hardly wore them, but the patch is just getting worn. And I like this because you can slide the belt under the patch so you can still see the brand. These were an expensive pair I bought like in my early 20s, and they never fit because the waist was so small. Now they fit perfect. And there's no stretch on this denim, and I do roll them up a bit because I'm not used to such a long short. I mean, you can leave them down if it's chilly, but yeah, I got that in Kelowna, a boutique in the Kelowna, BC, like literally in the 80s, and now they fit me again. Like I'm steadily shrinking. I do mostly a carnivore-based diet now, never felt better. My brain's never been sharper. I follow only the carnivore and keto doctors. I did keto for over 3 years, and the last year and maybe a bit more I did so carnivore. So for the last 4 years I've been eating a strict ketogenic diet. I healed my shoulder that hurt for literally like since 2021 when I fell ice skating, and the shoulder always hurt. I couldn't sleep on it. Now the pain is gone. I can sleep on it. But I literally, every mouthful that goes into my mouth counts for protein. The only thing that isn't carnivore that I eat are peanuts in the shell, and they're another protein. Not as good of a protein as animal-based protein, but it's a protein. And so literally every bite I eat counts for protein, and I've never felt better. My brain has never felt better. And if you Google it, if you go and if you have ketones from doing the ketogenic diet, your brain is fed better. Like my brain's never felt so good. Ketones cross the blood-brain barrier much more efficient than sugar or glucose. Okay, way more efficient, and the body makes it, and the brain actually prefers to run on ketones, not sugar like you believe. If you actually Google this, what I tell you, AI will tell you the same thing. But yeah, everything they tell us is a lie. I believe nothing unless I research it myself. I remember they used to say, oh, koi and goldfish could not stay out all winter. Yeah, well, I've been doing it since 1991. Okay, never lost a koi or goldfish. I've actually lost goldfish. They don't live as long, but not in the winter, like some would get old and whatever. But the koi, all my koi in my old pond are still there. My ex is taking very good care of them. I go there now and then. I go there all the time, but I don't always do a video because, well, you know what? I put all my time and energy into that pond for so many years. I lived there for more than half my life. So it is very sentimental for me. But most of these koi are from the old ponds. I brought them when they were smaller because I don't like to move them when they're big. It takes koi, like this is the 3rd year now, that the 3rd summer they've been in this pond, and they will finally come and bite on my fingers. I don't know if they'll do it today because they're not as hungry and the water's colder, but we'll see here. Yeah, they would not bite on my fingers. Snappy, you're such a friendly little guy. Yeah, Snappy. Oh yes, and this little white one. And you see how they bring the others? Right? They wouldn't even come close to me the first year when I moved them. Because koi are actually quite smart, and they remember when they're moved, and they're traumatized by the move. So if you want friendly koi, you have to leave them in the same pond for years. Like the ones on my old pond, they would suck on my fingers and toes. It's so ridiculous. They're so friendly. But they don't know what it's like to be moved. They forget. Now the littler koi don't seem to have as good of a memory. They forget that they were moved, so they can become friendly, although I don't think anybody, well, these ones here, there's the little guys, I don't have really anybody, haven't noticed anybody biting, but they are friendly. They're coming close, they want the food. But the big ones in the top pond, and they are smarter, the big ones. Like when they get old, I swear, my old koi from my old pond would make strange to strangers and violently flap his tail and swim to the bottom of the pond. I've seen that happen many times. I think the bigger the koi get, the smarter and the more they remember. But that's what I have seen over my years of keeping the same koi. I just love koi. I don't know why I like them. They're so pretty. They are. They're peaceful. It's entertaining to keep them year after year. This one was a baby. So beautiful with a speckled black and a little bit of orange. I just love them all. They're all unique. All koi are beautiful, no matter what color they are. They're beautiful because they come in such a wide variety of colors and even some with long tails. I know that's not natural for them to have a long tail. In the wild, they would get eaten because the tail would drag them down. So most top koi people just have normal koi, not the butterfly koi, because they consider them not top koi, I guess. But butterfly kois are still pretty for the ornamental pond. And if you're not overly serious, there was a baby goldfish still with his black color coat. There's a couple of them. The water is clearing nice. You can see there's a baby there. He's starting to turn orange, and he's smaller than the rest. There's quite a few babies in here, the ones that I put in. I don't know, some may have been born in here. I can't tell you for sure yet, but I do know I put all the babies from the house in here, and they're looking good. So it's filled out the pond, and next spring for sure I'm going to make that a bigger pond. So we'll have the biggest fish in the top pond, the second biggest fish here, and the littlest fish down. They can go through the gate and get down and away from the big fish. And then with the top ponds, they're always pumped to the top. There's no pump in them. It's a flow through. So you can never have anything catastrophic happen where the pumps the water out, because there's no pump in the top ponds. So if you put your biggest fish there, they need the most oxygen. So if something catastrophic happened and the pump started shooting water this way out of the pond, this one would only get to a certain level and there'd be smaller fish, so they could survive good with a lower pond temperature without it flowing for a while, till I noticed. But yeah, it's a beautiful day here, just gorgeous morning. The sun is warm, the bees are out. This clematis is beautiful, the pond is just glistening, and everything couldn't be better. Thanks for watching.